Is my voice audible? I'll start in just a minute. Let some more people join. So yeah, how was the cumulative 3 paper? Everybody has not attempted, but whoever has attempted, how was the paper? Has anybody written the paper? Can you hear me? Am I audible or not? Yeah, so why isn't anybody responding? I'm just asking, how was the paper? How do you think you are standing right now in terms of your preparation? At least whoever has not attempted and they've messaged me that they've not attempted, at least attempt it, go through the paper and just be done with it. You don't have to be like, we will attempt the paper later or we'll never attempt it. We'll be regular from next time. That's not how it goes. Just attempt it, just go through the key, because you will miss these important questions. You never know that they might also come in the final exam. So now that you have a rough idea where you're standing, now the schedule for this time, we've kind of given about 7 subjects like that per the quarter which we've given. So you'll have few grand tests. Let me see if I can draw. I don't know where it is. Anyway, so you see the subjects from DADH till general path, right? 22nd October. So the grand test 1 is going to have the subjects above, which is DADH, ortho, pedo, perio, community, and general path. All these subjects will be included in the grand test 1. Grand test 1 doesn't mean you will have all the subjects again. If you do that, you are anyways mostly, you won't attempt or you will lose confidence. So previously we used to have grand test which had all the subjects included, a majority of them. We have a different approach this time around so that you can cover the subjects. If you see you have only 2 3 days to prepare each subject, and few subjects you have 1 day, and maybe few subjects will have maximum 4 days if it's a really important subject. So you have to plan your schedule well. This is not the time to be reading a lot of things in depth. If you have made notes till now, great, refer the notes. If you have not, then I don't know. Don't waste so much time. Just write the key points in one place so that you can revise. This is the time for revision. All right. Do not open textbooks to read theoretical part a lot. Only if you have a doubt and you can clarify the doubt soon. Do not be wasting time in bits. Keep solving. This is the time to solve MCQs. You have, I mean, I cannot stress this enough. The more MCQs you are exposed to and the more you're confident in solving MCQs, you'll have a better chance. If you're going wrong in something, mark them, and once you're done reading, open the textbooks and or just Google it, watch a video or ask us and clarify that out. This phase is the most important deciding phase of your result, and I would advise to not waste time. Try to be healthy, try to not fall sick. I mean, if something happens, you can't really do about it, but do not, if you have a sensitive stomach, don't eat a lot of food from outside. Just do not try to fall sick, because if you are not reading for 3 4 days or a week, you're going to miss almost an entire or half of the module. So it will cost you, I mean. And right now your focus should be of trying to get a seat, but don't be so compulsive that first attempt. If you think of first attempt, you will try to read everything so perfectly that you will just waste your time. Every topic you will try to read perfectly, and you will be wasting your time. It should not be like that. Just read and wrap it up and move on. Read, wrap it up, move on. Don't dwell on one subject for one week. This is not the time. Your speed and pace are important. Keep reading, and I've already told you before that you have to mark the bits which you have doubt in so that you stress more on those things. Now you've solved so many exams, you know where you're lagging, so you have to focus on that. Any important subject which you're weak in, this is a time to kind of focus on that, but not so much that you will hamper your revision of other things. So whoever has studied for the whole year, great that you've studied till now. If you've not been regular, that's okay still. But now if you do not revise, all the 1 year's hard work is going to go to waste. Now that is the reason why you need to study and revise now, so that you can justify your hard work which you've been doing all these days, the sacrifices you've made. If this is the time you're not going to work hard and you're going to get the nervousness or anxiety get to you, it's your loss. I mean, 1 year, you're just going to, waste your hard work. At least for that sake, revise well. Any doubts you guys have, what you were, I mean, anything you're finding difficult right now, you're confused, anything it is, approach us immediately. Do not be like, we will see later. All right. So let me know in the chat section what are the things. We will see if we can rectify it now itself. It's never late. Just focus on finishing the syllabus. Just focus on finishing the syllabus. Is anybody writing anything in the chat? Is anybody hearing me also? What is going on? Why is nobody active? Yes, why is everybody numb today? Lazy Sundays or what? You guys are not able to cope up. What's happening? I will unmute one of your chats and I'll ask you now if you guys don't answer. I will randomly pick somebody. Do not leave the group. Sir, not able to cope. Sir, ortho I'm finding a little difficult. Ortho class you're going to have. I will be taking another ortho class because we had few topics which were pending. I remember that bracket systems, wires, and orthopedic appliances, those things I will be taking again. I'm working on the class. So when we will have ortho, 11th, 12th, 13th, right? I'll try to take the lecture in these days, and I'll try to clarify your doubts. Any specific topic you have a problem in orthodontics, message me immediately or message in the group so that I can focus on those specific topics and not waste time. Athar, why are you scared? Scared. You're scared 3 times. Don't be scared. It's an exam. Yes, it's divided. It is deciding your career, blah, blah, blah. But what is written is going to happen. If you believe in destiny, then I mean, whatever is written will happen. Just work hard towards it. That's the only thing you can do. Work hard. That is the only thing which is in your hand. What will happen later is not under your control. So there's no point being so worried about it. Community also. Community, I will see if possible, we'll have a lecture. Again, only specific topics. I can have a class for 1.5, 1 hour. I cannot be wasting everybody's time for lecture's sake right now, because like you see, we have only 2-3 days for each subject. So if we waste half a day in taking lectures, when will you read? That will be a problem. So only specific topics we'll see of having any classes. Anything else? Sunaina, how is your preparation going on? There are two Sunainas here, Sunaina Bhatnagar. Why not good? You have to read, Sunaina. We don't have enough time. Pace, 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 pace. Divide your day into few hours here and there, 3 hours, and keep reading. Do not waste your time right now. See, I will give a tip for somebody who is lagging a little and they want to study smart. For people who are aiming for top 10, top 20 ranks, top 30 ranks, you have to read as much as possible. There is no way for you. People who have reservations and want to study smart right now, see the weightage of the subjects and study accordingly. Majority of the subjects have 14 bits. So if there is a subject which is really difficult and you have not read it at all, leave that subject. Or at the most, just solve the bits present in Pulse. Go through the bits present in Pulse and just solve that for that subject which you are planning to leave. All right. Other subjects, whatever you're good at, revise them well. So you can leave few subjects if you're planning to just get a rank and under reservation. And this is only for students who are, let's be realistic, everybody can't be in the top 10, top 20, right? There will be students who will be getting lesser ranks. So you have to study smart accordingly. What is your aim? What is your reservation category? Which department you want, clinical, non-clinical, if you want a GDC seat or not. Accordingly, you can alter your preparation. Some subjects like biochem, general path, maybe you can leave it and focus on other subjects which are definitely going to come. So you have to plan accordingly. In the schedule, see, there's 1 day for physiology. I mean, you can leave it. I mean, questions will come there for sure. But if you're planning to get a lesser rank, it's better to focus on other subjects, and maybe some easy bits might come from that subject, which you can maybe answer from your lectures you've heard, from your BDS knowledge or something, and you can even at least crack from those 7 bits, you can get 3 bits correct. So at least for the subjects you're planning to leave, uh, if possible, at least solve bits from Dental Pulse for those particular subjects. Just solve, have an overview, and leave the subject. Do not go into the depths of that subject. For people who are planning to leave it completely, at least solve the bits in Pulse. That's the basic you can do. And if you do this, actually, you can actually get really good marks if you're studying smartly at this time. Just focus on finishing the portion. Do not think I will be top 10, top 5 ranker and stress yourself that you end up not reading at all and you fall sick. Being mentally, physically healthy is really important at this stage. Remember that. I can't stress it enough. Anything else? See, Sunana, if you're getting less marks right now, it is absolutely fine. The marks you all are getting right now, majority of the times, it is not going to be the true representation of your marks in the final exam. Remember that. The marks can vary in the finals. People who are getting the toppest marks right now might not get the great marks in finals. It is the person who's consistent, who is reading conceptually, and who's been regular. They have a higher chance of getting better marks in the finals. So if you're getting low marks now, that is not, trust me, that is not the true representation of your marks in the finals. Only few students you will see who have performed well throughout the year can actually do well in the finals because they've been regular and they are not that tensed in the final exam. In my academy, when I was reading, yes, I used to top regularly, but in the finals also I topped. But that's a rare case, which doesn't always happen. I also had a lot of pressure because I was getting rank 1 in my academy consistently for a long time, but not always. But I had a lot of pressure too, acing in the finals. But that's happened. I mean, in the end, when I was in the exam room, I was not stressing so much about the result. I was focused on the exam at hand. When I was in the exam room, I calmed myself down. I took deep breaths. Then I was like, I'm going to take one bit at a time. I'm going to make all of them correct. Then the result will automatically come right. It will come good if you're focused, if you're concentrated during the exams. If you're unnecessarily stressing, oh my God, what will be the result? How will I pass these 3 hours? Then you're not going to perform well. अभी जितना भी पढ़ लो फाइनल एग्जाम में अगर if you're going to be panicky and all of that, you will lose your rank even if you're a good student. I have seen that happen to a lot of students. Remember that, just be calm in the exam, and just before the day of the exam, sleep well. Do not do a night out and go and attempt the exam. That's one blunder you can do. Even for the subjects which I'm not leaving, I'm solving questions from Pulse only. Okay, chalo, at least that's the bare minimum. There was one student in our academy, Kavya. She she suggested that she read only Dental Pulse, but she read it nicely and she revised a lot. She got about fifth, sixth rank in the final rank list in Telangana. So she got GDC Perio seat. She had only read Dental Pulse. That's what she told me. And she was regular in solving the exams, but she revised a lot. So whatever you're reading, you should read well, or rather understand and read. She attempted about 230 bits, 230, 235, I think 230 bits she attempted out of 240, which is actually very high. Not everybody attempts those number of bits. But she couldn't finish the paper. The last 10 bits she could not even see because she was solving everything. So she missed out on 10 bits. So maybe in those 10 bits she could have gotten some more right questions. But yeah, on an average, around 200 bits is a fair chance to attempt. Again, you need to take a call, seeing the toughness of the exam, how many you need to attempt, how many you're sure of. If you're sure of 180 bits, then attempt few more. If you're sure of only 150 bits, then you have to attempt many more. Accordingly, you need to understand what's going to happen, or what will be the percentile. And I see not everybody is sitting for 3 hours and attending the exam. You're submitting the exam fast. You have to sit for 180 minutes. Why is this happening? I'm checking your timeline and you're submitting the exam quick in 1.5, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and everybody's getting up. Why this hurry? It is very important. This is the practice for grand test. You have to sit for 3 hours in front of the screen. Or else I'll have to call everybody and tell you all to get laptops and sit at one place and solve. You cannot submit the exam beforehand. There's a reason I'm saying this. Just blindly follow whatever we tell you. It is out of experience that we tell you. You have to sit for 3 hours. Even if your favorite show is online or SRH is playing in IPL, you still have to sit for 3 hours and finish the exam. Abhishek though will submit very fast. He'll solve paper very quick. Why, Abhishek? I will see everybody's time. Abhishek, you're there or you're watching IPL? He's there. Thanks for responding. There are a few students who have some potential, who are on the border of good and average marks. You need to push yourself. I don't want to take the names here, but you guys can do it. You are getting scores around 4 to 500 range. Work hard for these 2.5 months. You will do great. Trust me. Don't have doubts on yourself. Don't be demotivated by the marks which are coming. Just revise. Result का ज़्यादा मत सोचो. सब सही होता. Put in your efforts. Leave the rest to God. Do what you can in your ability the best. Then leave rest to God. Nothing you can do beyond that. It's not the end of the world. But work hard. Whatever has to happen will happen. जो अपन जितना कर सकते वो करना अपने तरफ से, बाकी का ऊपर वाले पे छोड़ देना. You don't have to take so much stress. Anything else, please ask now. Anything else, guys? Clear your doubts now, because the important phase is starting now. And you have to follow the schedule strictly. 10 दिन में finish बोला तो 10 दिन में finish. We are ending this schedule when? We are ending the schedule on November 23rd, right? November 26th से grand test are starting. The mock test, the NEET mock test. So once we are done with this one more revision round, you will have about 15 plus 7 days, 22 days roughly you will have for one last final revision. And वो आखिरी के 3 हफ्ते you have to plan in such a way that the last 10 days will be for memory based subjects. Last 10 to 12 days, what I would do is last 3-4 days so I would have pharma, anatomy, general medicine, all those kind of subjects which require reading once more. You cannot remember the classifications by heart all the time. So the last few days, what I would personally do is keep it for memory based subjects and important subjects. I could even maybe read sometimes oral path and all of that. So वो हिसाब से plan करो. Don't and in the exam you will have part A and part B. Part A will have your basic sciences, part B will be your dental. Sometimes if part A is very difficult for you, which also will have most of the medical subjects, then click on the part B tab on above. You will have part A and part B tabs, buttons you will have on your top screen. If you press on that, you will directly be redirected to part B. Part B will be our arena of dental subjects. So solve that quickly, because part A samjho is difficult. Medically, clinical based subjects, part A is difficult, and you are wasting 2 hours or 1.5, 90 minutes in the part A, which consists of only 100 questions. Part B has 140 dental bits. So it will be clever enough or smart enough to solve part B first, which will have 140 bits. So those you will know, you will have a better idea. You can solve those quicker, then dwell in the medical subjects a lot. Again, you need to take a call in the exam. I cannot tell you now, do this, do that. I can only say if part A is difficult, you are not able to do it and you think you are wasting time, then directly skip to part B, finish the bits, come back to part A and do it. One student took a lot of time finishing part A, which had only 100 bits. And for part B, they only had 1 hour or something to solve 140 bits. Imagine how can you finish in 1 hour 140 bits if they are lengthy. You have to take a call when you see the exam, how it is going, and keep a check on the time. On an average, you can spend about 45 seconds. If it's an easy bit, you can finish quicker. Lengthy bits, you should give some time. Can we have at least one counseling class a week for motivation? All right. After every grand test, I will take one class. So where do we get previous AIIMS and NEET paper, including recent ones? I'm trying to get the recent NEET paper, but in general, if you have any concerns regarding question papers, contact Dr. Chandramohan, okay? I will tell him to give you guys the papers. Even I'm searching for it. And if you have any doubts in terms of material, study material, contact Dr. Juveria. And if you want to see the videos of the previous classes also, contact Dr. Chandramohan. Any exam related things you have, any doubts you have, you can contact me. If you need any study material or whatever Elite MDS Academy material you want, you can contact Dr. Javeria. Video related queries and previous papers, you can contact Dr. Chandramohan. He can send you on Telegram also. Or you can message in the group itself. Whoever will have, they can send you. Because it will be difficult for me to manage all of it at once because I have to see the exams also. Sir, I'm always getting difficulty in choosing between two options, what to do. Exactly. When you become a master in that, that is when you will ace the exam. Not just you, many people will have confusion between two bits. Once you start getting that knack of choosing the right option, you will be better, you will score better. That will only come with revision. Now, these 2 months, if you're going to revise well, then you will start getting confidence. Even now, majority of you, I'm sure, you won't have confidence at this stage. Neither did I. If you read this reading one more time, then you will start having confidence. अभी किसको भी confidence नहीं रहेगा exam जाके लिखो बोल के. So AIMS is in November 20 something, right? So before AIMS will start, majority of the subjects will be over. Only anatomy will be left. One day for anat, I think. So meanwhile, start reading anatomy also whenever you get some time. Don't waste time for anatomy. Whoever is serious about AIMS, PGI, JIPMER, that INICET exam, start reading for anatomy also. See the CR schedule and see the AIMS exam. We will try having even AIMS mock exam if possible. We'll mostly have that before the AIMS exam. And whoever has a good pace and whoever is finishing portion quicker than the schedule, there will be some students who do that. Start reading and finishing on time. Don't wait for our schedule. You finish the portion in advance and you revise as much as you can. So basically, abhi final exam hone se pehle, you should at least read majority of the subjects twice. At least, please, at least two subjects you should read 2 times. Sorry, 2 times you should read the subjects before you appear for the exam. Anything else you guys have? I will be ending the session very soon. Anyways, any doubts you have, you can personally message me. We'll see how it goes from now on. All right, I will end the session if you guys don't have any doubts anymore. Okay, chalo.